There are objective truths and subjective truths. Objective truths are things that you can see and examine, things that people hold to be true, but cannot be proven in a laboratory or on paper, remain as what we call subjective truths. I've been bombarded by various comments from various groups regarding some of the things that are said on these videos. I'm a promoter of the commandments of the Torah for the Jewish people and for the rest of the world to perform the 7 commandments of the sons of Noah. I respect people's rights to choose and to pray and to practice as they believe. However, I believe strongly that all the world is governed by the Torah and that all of mankind must fulfill the 7 commandments of the son of Noah as they are expressed in the Halacha. For information about that, you can go on the internet for asknoah.org, capital A-S-K, capital N-O-A-H, .org, asknoah.org. In that website, you will find access to the book of the laws of the children of Noah. That being said, there are certain people who ask good questions, and they are relevant, and they are sincere, and they reflect their understanding of reality. And I respect that. I respect all who question things objectively. But when someone quotes the Torah and misquotes it continuously, such as this fellow called Calf Worshipper, who quotes the Talmud Avodah Zarah, stating that in Talmud Avodah Zarah it says that having sex with a 3-year-old Gentile girl is considered as nothing, this person is not only a liar and a scoundrel, but this person is a Jew hater. For it doesn't say that at all in Talmud Avodah Zarah 37a. In fact, it says just the opposite. The rabbis made contact with a woman that wasn't Jewish, prohibited on the highest level of impurity, and that even a girl who was 3 years old and up, any kind of physical contact would render that person impure. Less than 3, there was no spiritual contamination, but of course, it's not something that is encouraged. This person, calf worshipper, claims that the Talmud encourages having sex with children, especially if they are of Gentile origin. And that's not only a lie, it is a blood libel. Those who want to defend their religions, I understand them. But I wish to say the following. Jesus was seen by the Jewish people and rejected by him, by the majority of the sages who knew what a prophet truly is and what the standards for prophecy is and what the standards are for coming to speaking in God's name. Those rules are found in the book of the fundamental principles of the Torah called the Book of Knowledge of Maimonides, in the first section, chapter 7, chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10. Those 4 chapters identify the role of the prophet. Jesus fulfilled none of them. The laws of Messiah are identified in the last 2 chapters of Maimonides' book, the Mishnah Torah. And again, Jesus fulfilled none of the requirements of the law with regards to the Messiah. Now, I've already explained what that is, so I'm not going to go over that, but just very, very clearly, the Torah is very specific as to what constitutes a prophet and what constitutes a king, what constitutes the Messiah, and you have to fulfill those conditions. There were people who fulfilled those conditions, but were not the Messiah. They were a potential Messiah. Bar Kozibo, known as Simon Bar Kokhba, who rebelled against the Romans in the year 132 was such a person. We thought he was the Messiah because he fit all of the characteristics, but it doesn't mean he will be the Messiah, just that he is a potential Messiah. Jesus was not even a potential Messiah. Muhammad, a great teacher, but was not a prophet of God. The prophet of God cannot change the rules, and certainly when he speaks in God's name, cannot plagiarize or quote things that aren't there. The Torah has been around for a long, long time before Muhammad, and Muhammad quotes many, many discussions between God and Moses, God and Abraham, God and Noah, and those conversations are non-existent or contradicted by the Torah discussion, as is the idea that a man was created from water. It says he was created from the dust, etc., etc. Many different things which I've discussed on previous videos. But if you can't get the Torah correct, and the Torah was already written down, then if you can't even get something that's written down correctly, how can you get something that's not written down, that's elusive, spiritual, coming from God? How do you get that correct? And so, in our terms, according to our criteria, Muhammad was no prophet. Muhammad is a great teacher, taught the world about monotheism, taught the world ethics and morals, and as such, we have to honor him as a great teacher. But no more. He is not a prophet, certainly not our prophet, and certainly Jesus is not our prophet, nor our Savior, nor our Messiah in any shape or form. And the Torah, my friends, doesn't change its rules. The Torah says that it is eternal forever in the book of Deuteronomy. Last chapters, 28, 29, and so on. You can look it up. The rules don't change because you want them to. It is coming from God. I can't change the rules. Neither can you. Let's respect that. In the meantime, let's respect